What up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, your host, Ryan from the Six, man. Man, we 10 days out from one of the biggest boxing events since Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. I mean, that's the last one that I was like, man, everybody got up for, the world stopped for. This one, those guys are not Manny Pacquiao and Floyd, but shoot, man, we as boxing fans, we excited for it. It's free on Netflix. You don't gotta pay $100 to watch this one. Everybody got Netflix. You can pull up to the girl's house, your ex's house. It's one of them events, man. It's gonna be big for boxing. Netflix. Terrence Crawford, he got that attitude, that dog. Canelo Alvarez, he bringing all of Mexico out. Mexican Independent Day weekend. This is a massive event. Netflix, we here, man. You know what I'm saying? This is where boxing's gonna either dive down or go up, man. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. The streaming era, being on streaming platforms is here. I think the pay-per-view model's dead, yo. I think it's dead. I think Netflix, Amazon, these massive big streaming companies, they are gonna be the ones to hold the flagship of boxing here soon. And Netflix is obviously one of the biggest streaming platforms out there, probably the biggest one. It's the one that we all know. Like everybody got Netflix. Like it's just that reliable, right? It's like one of them things, like you just got it because you bored. You could just go through Netflix. You gonna find something on Netflix. So it's perfect for us boxing fans, especially the ones who don't want to pay for the zone. It's what I'm saying, Netflix, if it can become a stable home, and I mean a stable home in the sense of where we got fights, once a month on Netflix or twice a month, or if one of our big promoters go over there and just do cards, bro, Netflix can tap into sports on a whole different level. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. My man Yancey in the building. We got Dub in the building.
Isolation high.
Big member. We got Brooklyn Hit. What up, man? BK in the house. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. We are talking about Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, the big event. Man, I'm gonna break it down as much as I can. Have some people up here as well to break it down. Shout out to everybody, man, who's tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. But yeah, these are the topics: Canelo Crawford and Billy Lester and Callum Walsh and Vargas Jr. That's the main card outside. There is one more fight on the main card. Turkey's guy. We don't really know him, and no disrespect, bro, but I just think that's a fight that's like literally for Turkey Al Sheik. Like the man's fighting a catchweight fight. We don't know what weight it's at, and I think he fought like on one of the Riyadh season, like the Moses Atama card. So he just fought. So we know it's not a real fight. Like he's not in a danger fight. But we'll see. We'll see how it is, man. My man Brooklyn Hit, he said streaming you get real numbers, plus streaming is public traded. That's right. Yep. You could go buy stock into Netflix and Amazon, all that stuff. You can make a little bit of bread. So all you fans out there who always pocket watching your favorite fighter talk about my fighter makes so much money. Well, whatever streaming platform they go to, you can go trade it, bro. Make some money yourself when they have big events. If the stock, if they're that good, the stock might raise, right? But I don't know, man. These fans out here are crazy, man. I'm so glad I'm not one of those type of fans that I got so much stock in one guy. Nah, man. I like boxing. I like the fighters. And I like guys who fight a lot, fight good competition, try to do legacy. I know everybody gonna be like, yeah, but you got that little guy from Baltimore up there. Yeah, well, that little guy's talented, man. I just wish he would believe in himself the way that his fans believe in him. But at the same time, man, we talking Canelo Alvarez, we talking Terrence Crawford, big event, big freaking event. Tune in tomorrow though. We got a card out here in Canada. I'll be going live for it tomorrow. do a live fight chat for Iglesias, the Cuban Tornado, who's fighting IBF Eliminator against Vladimir Shishkin. That dude Iglesias at 168. He's a dark horse, man. He's not talked about enough, man. He's been stopping people, doing crazy, just knocking dudes out, man. And nobody say his name really because I get it. He not really a big name. He's doing damage, but now he's positioned in the IBF. He's in the division that I tell guys, if the big dog's not giving you a shot, you got to go the IBF route, because we saw what happened with but Canelo Alvarez when he had to relinquish his belt to William Skull because he didn't want to fight Skull. Now look, Skull eventually got the Canelo fight. Iglesias, he got to do the same thing, man. If he beat Vladimir Shishkin, they got to go ahead and petition to fight Terrence Crawford or Canelo, whoever got the belt. And I get it, Iglesias. That's what you got to do, bro. I've always said the IBF, if you are a fighter who don't have a big platform, big name, go to IBF route, because at least the IBF sanctioning body will strip the champion no matter what. They stripped Usyk when he beat Fury because he was going back to fight Fury. They said, nah, we need that belt. And Daniel Dubois fought for it. They stripped Canelo. No, nobody strips Canelo. You know what I'm saying? And the IBF stripped him, bro. And they stripped Bivol. I'm pretty sure they stripped Bivol recently, or they're going to strip Bivol. They're going to have to strip him because he's going to be out for a while. So the IBF, they just, you know what I'm saying, they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. My man Dub, he said Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. versus Whitaker, or Oscar De La Hoya versus Sweet Pea outcome Canelo by robbery. Ooh, that's what we're comparing them to. I mean, those are good fights, man. I liked all those guys, man. I like those guys. Senior, Whitaker, you know what I'm saying? All them dudes, man. My man Alberto in the building. What's going on? He said they bud 2 times. Yo, we'll see, man. We'll see. Yeah, smash that like button. Yeah, for real, yo. Make sure y'all smash, subscribe to the channel. And if you're over on X, make sure you share it, repost it, so we can get some more people in here talking this boxing, yo. But where should we start, man? We'll start with the undercard, obviously. The big fight. This is the one I'm looking forward to, y'all. This one gonna be straight violence. Straight violence. Lester Martinez and Christian and Billy. I think they've been on a crash course, but we obviously heard more fights of Billy fighting Pacheco than we heard of him fighting Lester, to be honest. And it's just one of those things where that's a, you know what I'm saying? He said they stripped Bud 2 times. Yeah, the IBF. Yeah, they probably did. Yeah. But that's just a thing where we see styles, bro. Like Lester Martinez, he's an explosive puncher. And Christian and Billy, same thing. I mean, both guys, you could say, and Billy hasn't really fought the type of competition we want to see him fight to know if he's a real puncher. And Lester, he doesn't have as many fights as Christian and Billy. So it's kind of like the perfect storm because, we don't know where the guys really are in terms of elite fighters. So somebody stock gonna go up, somebody's stock gonna go down. And I think at the end of the day, as long as this fight's electrifying, as long as this fight is action packed, we're gonna want to see the loser. I say that to say we're gonna want to see the loser against Pacheco, Hamza Shiraz, even Edgar Berlanga. Those are guys who are still measured in the space, right? At 168. Now, do I think that Berlanga could beat Lester Martinez should he lose? I really don't. Or even Christian and Billy if he lose. Yeah, I don't, man. I don't think Berlanga is like that. Never, I'm not gonna say will, but just never have, because Top Rank, they do a tremendous job of matchmaking. And we have to understand that everything we know about Edgar Berlanga is because of his matchmaking with Top Rank. When he went over to Matchroom, it's not like he started fighting world beaters and people who had a pulse. No, they try to do the same thing on an international scale with him. Give him international fighters to fight. So, Top Rank, they did it a whole different way. They were basically feeding him guys, who were kind of known, but at the same time, we didn't know those guys Berlanga beat. Let's be honest here. We just didn't know. But we'll see, man. We'll see what this fight brings. I think Christian and Billy, obviously, he's been in more fights. I think the Deverenchenko fight was probably the hardest fight for him. Deverenchenko, man, that dude is so tough, bro. And I think it's one of those things that that dude is literally like he gave Triple G a tough fight, yo. I think it was before Triple G was gonna fight Canelo. Was it the second or third time? Might have been the third time. And I thought Deverenchenko, like I thought he beat Triple G, man. And that fight was close. The Daniel Jacobs fight was close. And then this fight, Deverenchenko just didn't quit. And bro, I don't know, man. It's one of them things, right? It's one of them things where in Billy, it's like, bro, are you of that level? Because you couldn't get a Deverenchenko out there, old Deverenchenko. But we also have to remember, Jaime Munguia almost didn't survive, bro. He had like what was it, 12 round knockdown or something like that, or did he get knocked down in the 12th? Anyways, Jaime Munguia almost didn't make it to the Canelo fight because of Deverenchenko. So I think Deverenchenko is a good opponent. He's a guy who's good, but just can't get over the hill. But at his age, man, and Billy should have starched him out. He should have stretched him. That's just how I feel because he was old. He had been through all those battles that I talked to with Triple G, Daniel Jacobs, Jaime Munguia. He should have been warned. So and Billy should have just took him out, but he didn't. And people started to say, like, isn't Billy elite? He can't even stop an old Deverenchenko. It's like, damn, like that's true, bro. And then I look over at Lester Martinez. He's not really fighting guys like Deverenchenko, but he's got names, bro. He's got a few names. Like he beat a guy who Steven Nelson is fighting on this card. Raelco Santana, he beat him pretty early in his career. I think that was his first 10 rounder that he beat him in. And he technically beat a former champ, Ricardo Mayorga. He beat him in his pro debut. Stopped him in 2 rounds. We obviously know Ricardo is not the same guy way back then. That's for sure. That was in 2019. But, his last win was against Joson James, who was 9-0. So, like, we have question marks on Lester Martinez, too. Like, can he even be in the ring with a guy like Christian and Billy, who has, like, 30 fights and shoot, like, probably got more knockouts than Lester's got fights. He's got 24 KOs, man. Lester only got 19 fights. But like we can also say that the competition hasn't been there for Christian and Billy. But the experience hasn't been there for Lester either. So it's a fun fight. It's a toss up. Definitely a 50-50. I think Lester Martinez is the slight underdog in that fight. I think it's definitely one we got to watch forward to. In my opinion, it should have been the co-main event, but it is not. That's fine though, because that stuff really don't bother me that much. I watch all the fights, so I'll be sitting there from the prelims right to the main. Shout out to Alberto. He says Fandora versus Keith Pressure today was musty. Musty, was it, yo? I saw Keith doing some foolishness, stand on the damn freaking chair. to look at Fundora, and I was like, "What's this dude doing, bro?"
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, like Keith, get the hell off the chair, bro. Like you ain't scaring nobody. But Keith Thurman, he one of them dudes who can talk. So he's gonna definitely get the fight popping. People gonna probably watch because of Keith Thurman, right? Because like Fundora not really gonna be talking. It's gonna be Keith Thurman doing all the talking, bro. Trust me. But hey, we'll see. We'll see where it goes, man. We'll see where it goes. What it do, man. Yeah. So we got Lester Martinez, Christian, and Billy. That's a great fight. That's a good fight. I like that for Netflix. That's gonna do good things. But if you just came in, make sure you smash that like button, yo. Oh yeah, yes. Also on the card, we it's our topics too, yo. I'll let y'all know. These are the topics we got. We got Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr. That is the co-main event. That is co-main. It's confirmed. Was confirmed. So he got heads up on that. Because I didn't think it was the co. Like when I heard the co-main and I heard Christian and Billy and Lester Martinez was on this card, I just automatically assumed because the way that they fight, they gotta be the co. They gonna be entertaining. Somebody getting stopped. That's what we all like. That's what we betting on, the stoppage. If you don't want to pick a guy, you probably gonna be betting that the fight doesn't go the distance. But Fernando Vargas Jr. come into here and beat Dana White's guy because Callum Walsh is Dana White's guy. He fights on UFC Pass, and Dana White invested in him. He's always sitting with him, like his pressers. He likes him. He's an Irish kid, so I think Dana White's just glamoring over the Conor McGregor thing and thinks this kid could be the Conor McGregor of boxing. But we'll see, man. Because Callum Walsh himself, it's not like he's also like this fight's kind of like in Billy and Lester in the sense of both guys are not proven. We don't know what these dudes are. They never been in the ring with former champs. They never been in the ring with like real danger. This is both their first like top level fight, if you could say that. And I don't even know, like, let's be real here with everything that we talking about, yo, because I don't even know if these dudes could win a belt in this division. Like, are we picturing Callum Walsh beating any champ right now at 154? Are we picking Fernando Vargas to beat a champ right now at 154? I don't think so. So this is a great fight for them as young men to boost, their popularity, get some more fans. But bro, I just don't think at 154 these two guys are like, we're looking at them like, oh shoot, this guy can win a title or that guy can win a title. It's no disrespect, man. It's just the division is so deep. And we got guys coming back. We got guys moving up. Some guys are moving out. You're gonna see some more guys move out because of how hot it is. And maybe Callum Walsh is one of them guys. Maybe Vargas Jr. is one of those guys who are like, yo, we can't hang, so we gonna move out too. But I don't know, man. Do y'all think any of these dudes could win a world title at 154? I mean, are we picking Callum Walsh to beat Fundora, to beat Bakram, to beat Xander? Maybe. I don't know, man. Abbas has the belt right now. He beat the crap out of Yoenis Tellus. I just don't think Abbas would be a good matchup for Callum Walsh. I don't know if he can handle all that pressure. So shout out to Abbas. Showed up, spoiled the party, put his name in the hat. But yeah, man, I don't think that Callum Walsh, Fernando Vargas Jr. are the guys that we are banking on to be the future of 154. And that's not a problem. They can still have great careers. They can still go get great wins. But you think they want some They want some gold, you know what I'm saying? They want some accolades. We don't just want to be known as just money fighters, bro. You need something to put in the crib to show people, bro. Like you can't be that kid that you go to his house, you're like, look at all my medals, and they all like third place, fourth place. Like, bro, what you win? You know what I'm saying? We need to see some accolades from these guys, man. So I think it's gonna be a good fight too because of the way it's matched. It's evenly matched. But I don't know, man. Fernando Vargas Jr. He's not talked about like his brother Emiliano, but I think like he's still got something to prove because he's the junior. You know, he's got probably the most pressure. He got the name for real. I just hope he can pull through, do his thing, get the job done. I'm rooting for him. You know, Callum Walsh, I think he's alright. I just think he's been baby. I think Callum Walsh has been baby. That's my problem with Callum Walsh. I think he's been babied. You know, that they hyping him up, but that's what they supposed to do, man. It's marketing. But now it's like, bro, now you gotta prove like this is the biggest stage. If you lose, you get sparked out on Netflix, bro, as a co-main when everybody coming in to watch Canelo and Bud. That's gonna hurt. But if you do the sparking, if you go in there and beat Fernando Vargas Jr., damn, bro, you beat a legend's son. You know what I'm saying? It might take you some places because some people are gonna watch that fight because of Vargas, knowing his dad. So I mean, Callum Walsh, he got a big opportunity in front of him. I'm kind of surprised he's taking this fight because he had that big cut, man. I thought for sure he was not gonna fight on this card, but he said when he got the call, he just knew he had to take it. And I was like, I respect that, man. He a fighter. He said, forget the cut. We gonna make it work. That's all you want to hear these guys say. That's all you want to hear him do, man. Shout out to my dude Ty in the building. What's going on, my brother Ty, man? He said, you heard? Big Ty in the building, man. But yeah, we gonna be on tomorrow. Also, tomorrow night, the live fight chat, yo, for the Glacius fight versus Vladimir Shishkin. I don't know where. I'm gonna find out tonight where that card's being streamed to, because like, you know, the Eye of the Tiger, they co-promote with you know what I'm saying? They co-promote with flipping Top Rank. And Top Rank ain't got a home, but I know they're Canadian, so they usually do it on punchandgrace.com. So I know I could find it on Punch and Grace, but I'm just saying for like American feeds and the world, I'm not sure where else you can get it. Because you know they're not with ESPN unless ESPN has some sort of deal with Eye of the Tiger that we don't know about. Then it might be showing on there, but I highly doubt it, man. He said, we need StreamYard. Shout out to basketball, man. What's going on, man? You come from? Yeah, I'll drop the link for you, dog, so y'all can come up here and talk boxing if y'all want to. If y'all want to talk on this Canelo Crawford. Right now I'm going through the undercard though. We talked about him, Billy and Lester. And now we're talking about Callum Walsh and Fernando. And we'll move on to the prelims as the fight. I don't know like why this fight's on the card, yo. Like Boachuk versus Adams. I get it, Tom Lawfer. He got two guys on the main. This is nuts, bro. This is Dana White's doing some dumb ish, man. You got all them PBCs over there on PBC Island. They ain't got no dates. You got Top Rank right now. They ain't got no dates. And it's just like, bro, what are we doing? Like, we could literally be having great fights, but we just choose not to. It's weird, man. It really is weird. Let me get my man up here as soon as I can find what did I do with the all right. I was like, man, what did I do with that? But yeah, you got my man AC. What's going on, man?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? And talking about the undercard,
Yes, sir.
The Billy fight, yeah, it could be the co-main. I'm just not quite there yet on Billy. I respect his power. I respect his tenacity. I respect his dog.
Mm-hmm.
But just like you had mentioned earlier, there were points in that fight where it looked like Devinchenko was about to stop him.
Yeah, yeah,
So
for
I
real.
mean, he was just getting caught with too many clean shots, and if that was a young Devinchenko, let's just say 2 3 years ago, we might be looking at a different outcome for that night.
Right.
And that's just that's my take on that. I think Billy's fight gonna be good. I might be leaning a little bit towards Lester Martinez. I just want to see how he comes out, runs the first couple of rounds, whether he's acting timid or he's just like, you know what? Derenchenko brought it to Billy at those points, and he had a lot of success just bringing it straight to Billy. So I
Yeah,
think if you
for
get
sure.
Billy on his back foot and you feed him them angles, he's an easy win.
Right.
You just got to be able to avoid the power and just don't do nothing stupid. Because
Yeah, man.
Because
For
when
real, I
Derenchenko
agree.
got caught with them power punches flush, he was kind of flailing around the ring like God dang you know.
Yeah.
But Billy, he's always been one of those guys that I just be looking at like once he puts it all together, man. Listen, I don't know if he puts it together at 68. He might be looking to put it together at 75. But wherever he puts it together, he gonna be a problem.
Yeah, he's strong.
Yeah.
Strong, but
I
he
don't know
get too
what y'all got
wide.
up in Canada that made that motherfucker that strong, but it's something up there. Maybe it's that maple syrup.
Nah, for real, man. Yeah, he's always looked that strong too. Like I think that's just him, natural strength. But uh yeah, he gets too wide for my liking. His punches are
Yeah,
way too wide.
yeah. And for me, Iglesias is a guy that even though I was telling a lot of people way back when, you know, uh, Pacheco and So Cole was fighting, I was like, yo, but I'm telling y'all right now, you're talking
Hmm.
about them two, but there's this Cuban dude. He's got a crazy ass nose. But this dude named Iglesias, bro, he's a problem. He's like, at this point, I was telling him, I was like, at this point, I kind of look at Iglesias um, like David Morrell. Like he needs some more. He needs some big names. He needs to show us
Right.
a couple of like really solid performances, and then you can solidly like put him in the conversations with the Mbillis, with the Berlangas, Munguias, um, and Berlanga and not Berlanga. Now that Hamza up there and
Yeah, Thomas
Pacheco.
Shiraz, yeah.
So there's a lot going on at 68 right now, and I this is a big fight for Iglesias because it lets us know kind of his future. I don't like I got him. I honestly got him stopping Shashenkin. I saw the Shashenkin versus William Skull fight, and
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah,
bro,
that
are
was
these
terrible.
dudes having a posing contest? Because they was both in the middle of the ring in a stance and just shaking and shimmying like, nah, I got it. Look how my arm is. Look at the angle on my
Yeah.
arm. I was like, nah, bro, these dudes can't be serious. You know,
Nah, yeah, that fight was bad, man. That fight was
yeah,
bad.
that was that was really bad. But uh, I kind of got like if recency bias holds anything, then I got Iglesias stopping this dude with a little bit of pressure inside of five. And I think he's going to need that inside of
Hmm.
five. I'll stretch it to inside of six. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think he needs that type of performance. You need
Right.
that Floyd Schofield knocking out,
Oh,
Tevin
Tevin
Farmer type.
Farmer.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So,
that was big. Uh,
yeah. So,
Shout out to my man Birdman with the $2 super chat. The six want to drop it for him, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Juice, man. He said, "Where can we watch the Iglesias fight?" Yo, I don't even know, man. I think it's only on this thing called punchandgrace.com, which we have up here in Canada. I think that's the only place where it is, to be honest. It would be on ESPN, but Top Rank not there no more. This is bad for boxing, man. Yeah. He said, "Where can we watch it?" Yeah, Birdman said the same thing. Yeah, man. It's gonna be tough. Y'all could definitely go to your internet links. I'm sure it's out there, bro. It's gonna be out there for sure. But it's gonna be hard to find. And that's the problem with boxing. Like, it should never be hard to find somebody fight, man. Like, that's crazy. It should be easy. But we also got a few other fights on the undercard. This dude, I never heard of him, but he a big dude, Ivan Dychenko. He's versing Jermaine Franklin Jr. And I think Jermaine Franklin just had a death in the family or something I saw.
You remember? Do you remember the Bud versus Errol Spence card?
Yeah.
That same card that So Cold came out with the like shorts that looked like they had a belt. That was that big dude that fought before So Cold. That kind of looked like Tyson Fury, moved like Tyson Fury, but he was mad big. That's that guy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know he's from Kazakhstan or somewhere like that. So we'll have to see, man. I hope he can get a big win because we need some more heavyweights to, mix it up. Like, Usyk can't be out here just destroying everybody. He leaving anyway soon. Moses Atama's gonna be the next one, so we need some guys who could fight him.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, he was on the list with Moses and Tommy, Fabio Wardley, Hooney. What's the Ron Jeremy looking dude?
Caballero?
No. Spanish dude, David Torres.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were
Richard
somebody
Torres.
did.
Yeah.
Somebody did some article on upcoming top 5, heavyweights, and
Oh wow, man.
all of them was together. And that dude, he had the least experience, but when we was looking at some of his previous fights, he was like, "Yo, that dude might be the sleeper because he big as hell like Tyson Fury and moves
Right.
like him, and he got power." So
Yeah,
dude,
he like
gotta watch out.
6'9". That's crazy.
Yeah. And I was like, and after the Bud joint, I was like, yo, this was before um, people was like really talking about Dan Bacoli. I was like, I would
Yep,
love to
Martin
see
McCauley.
that dude
Yeah.
versus Bacoli or
Oh shoot.
or Yang.
Oh, Zhang. Yeah. The two big dudes, man. That'd be a
Yeah, because
good fight.
they don't got a lot of speed, but this dude got the movement. They have more experience, but he's got the movement
Right.
and the raw talent and the athleticism. So I was like, I think that kind of evens it out. That might make it a real good fight. You know?
Damn, he
Yeah,
got a high knockout ratio too. He only
yeah.
been
I think he
decision
knocked the
one.
dude out. I think he knocked the dude out on the Bud card. I think it might have been a TKO.
And he fought on the Pro Box cards. Okay. Shot the Pro Box. Damn, what the heck? You sure he was on the Bud card?
I, if I'm correct, it's the same dude. He's got. See, the pictures don't show like his body. I would have to see his body, but I just remember him because they was like the dude is like 6'9".
Yeah, I'm just looking at his box record. I don't see no T-Mobile.
Um,
Got no T-Mobile.
what was the date? July 29th?
Damn, bro. What year was that? 22 or 23? Damn, bro. Earl been out the ring that long? Good.
Yeah.
Yo, he not coming back, man. He just gotta retire. Just, like, don't come to 54, Earl, off that big layoff, bro. Just stay at home, bro. Pack it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of getting hyped, but then I realized that it was some AI channel that has like 4 or 5 different names, and I was just looking like, why they keep mentioning all of these like fighters that are supposed to have come in to help Bud, and then when I noticed, I was like, oh, it's all the same voice. Because they had
Mm.
one video where they was talking about Errol Spence. There was rumored that Errol Spence was in camp with Bud, and Errol Spence was supposed to be training to come back, and all of this other stuff.
Wait, for the Canelo fight?
No, just he was helping him train for the Canelo fight, but Errol Spence was supposed to have be trying to line up a fight like December of this year, either late November or mid December before Christmas.
Oh, okay.
That's what the rumors were. So I was just like, if that's true, I would love to see it because you know I would just love it. At first, they was talking about Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu, then it was talk about Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, and then you hear Keith Thurman getting ready to fight Fundora. So I was like, all right, so that did it that, but along with all those videos I was looking at, it was just some AI person just stringing together a
Okay.
bunch of information. I was like, oh man, come on.
Yeah, it wasn't even real, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy. Shout out to Dario in the building. My man Birdman said Joshua Edwards is the future of American heavyweight boxing. Okay. I like Joshua Edwards, but I think he might be too small, yo. These heavyweights are big these days. These dudes are big, but like that dude is athletic. But he needs some more fights. I think he's only like 3-0. So we gotta wait. Yeah, so Ivan Daichenko versus Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin's extremely durable, man. I think the only people who stopped him, nobody stopped him actually. He's never been stopped. He went 12 with Joshua. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Dillian White, he went 12 with as well. Those are his only 2 losses against top level guys.
yeah, yeah.
So
I mean,
shout out
this
to
is a good.
Jermaine.
This is a good. This is a good test because some of these big guys, you get them in the ring, and theoretically, we looking at it and saying, yeah, he's the smaller heavyweight, so you should be able to manhandle him. And sometimes it just don't work out that way. Look at
Right.
Michael Hunter versus Bacoli. That was
Yeah. Yeah. That was a tough fight too. I mean, Michael Hunter, he was doing good, man.
yeah,
He was doing
yeah.
good, man.
So
My
for
man
me, it's
Alberto said, "Are you gonna be in Vegas for that fight week, bro?" Like, I'm so bad. Like, I actually booked a hotel, and I totally forgot. It's my wife's birthday that weekend, so I can't go nowhere. You know? I gotta stay with my wifey, yo, and make sure she happy. So the hotel's booked, but not the flights.
yeah. You can get out there,
Shout out to
but you
Mark T in the building. Yeah, yeah. He said the thing is, Bud doesn't know how to lose. He's just different. Nah, that's facts, man. That's facts. I get all that, but I'm just like, bro, like Canelo just ain't no regular dude.
Mhm. Now I want to ask you this question because I've been putting this out there for a minute now.
Yeah,
Stylistically, is Canelo tailor made for Bud?
nah, nah. Cause like Canelo doesn't throw a lot of punches, and I
Uh-huh.
think Crawford he strives when guys like Errol Spence was trying to come in with that jab, bro, and eventually Crawford just the timing he knew it. Like Canelo not gonna do that. He gonna come in with the high guard. He gonna use his pressure on his front foot.
Okay, and
He
that's what I kind of meant by stylistically because Canelo is a come forward pressure fighter. Do
yeah,
we put Canelo in the elite category of come forward pressure fighters like Hagler, like um, Roberto
yeah.
Duran, like
We
Chavez?
we
I
have
don't
to
I don't think
because He's the
But
only
this
guy I
era
ever
you
see
have to, but
to move Triple G off his square, man. This dude was moving Triple G off the square. When Triple G said, "Why you running the first fight?" He met him in the middle of the ring, and it was Triple G who was moving. And I was like, "Whoa, what's
and
going
that
on
was
here?"
yeah. So for me, that was that Canelo, like that
Mm,
Canelo that anything before the Triple G fight, that Canelo was throwing crazy combinations. He would stay in the pocket with you, have amazing upper body movement, be able
right.
to uh to shoot off of counter and shoot off of whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And those counter and shoots weren't 1-2s. They were like
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if he
No, that's
had you
facts.
backed up,
Yeah,
and then if he had you back up and you went into a high guard, he come up on you and then throw like another 6 at you.
yeah,
So what I'm saying is like um, when you look at Terrence Crawford overall record with fighting come forward fighters,
hmm
you got Gamboa, you got Mean Machine, Ndongo was a come forward boxer, which was a little bit which was a little bit different because when I call a come forward boxers, I'm talking about people like Bam Rodriguez, Lomachenko, Rigondeaux. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
Uh,
They got footwork. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they got the footwork, but they still come forward. You feel
hmm
what I'm saying? Crawford, to a certain degree, is a come forward fighter, but he can make the adjustments to say, "I'll fight you either on the front foot or the back foot." I
Yep.
could do it. I could do it both, and I could still do it both while being a puncher boxer first. So it's when I look at stylistically overall, I kind of think he's tailor made for Crawford. When you look at Crawford's record with come forward fighters, like
Yeah.
he pretty
Nah,
much
I
stopped
agree.
all of them.
Yeah, he not stopping Canelo, bro. Yeah, like take that to the bank, y'all. I don't care. That dude got a iron chin. Like,
Mhm. But the
but I
box,
think also like he got power, man. Like Bivol even said it. Bivol said he hit harder than Better BF. He's like, it's just Better BF is just accumulation. He's like, but that one punch, he's like, nah, Canelo way stronger. So now I'm thinking about Bud. If he ever get on the ropes, Canelo don't really need to punch him in the face. He can punch him anywhere.
hmm
His arms, his shoulders, his elbows.
yeah, and I'm
Like,
that's one of my keys to victory for Canelo if he goes back to that style to where he was punching on every part of
yeah.
your body. Um, when it comes down to it, if I go back to the last 3 fights and say, all right, recency bias on the last 3 fights of both of these guys,
hmm
what am I looking at? When I'm looking at it, it's like certain aspects are already off the table. The weight size difference might be off the table. Power, some people can argue depending on where you are. Power, they both have questions right now
Yeah.
because take Bud's last performance at 54. There are some people who say, yeah, in the later half of the fight, late ninth round, he caught Madrimov, and uh, in my opinion, I think I don't know if he hurt him, but he hit Madrimov with a shot that made Madrimov say, okay, I don't want to get hit by another one of those. And even Madrimov corner was like, yeah, you
Yeah.
can't take
Yeah.
many more of those.
Yeah,
You,
that's facts.
you feel what I'm saying? So there's the question of power with both of them. So then it comes down to skill and will for me.
hmm
Skill and will, um, you can make the argument they both slow down. They both don't come in with the same movement they had maybe 6 fights ago.
Yep.
So it's like it looks a little 50-50 ish here and there. And then you have to start to nitpick at shit. You know,
No, that's true. That's where we're at right now. Everybody's just nitpicking.
yeah, exactly. It's these little nuances that sometimes turn into semantic arguments and shit like that. But it's where it's at right now because I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. And since this fight was even talked about after the Errol Spence win, I was on panels and we was going through different ways of each fighter winning. When it really
Mhm.
comes down to it, this fight is a lot closer than what people think it is as far as skill, technique, and things like that. It's just certain things that'll let us know. If Bud can't take Canelo power, it's going to be a bad night for Bud. But if Bud can take Canelo power, it might be a bad night for Canelo if Bud's power, um, if he can say, all right, I may have lost some power up here, but let me give him a little bit more movement and angles to hit him with the shot he doesn't see, and that might be the shot that hurts him.
Yeah. And yeah,
So,
man. Yeah, we gotta see how Bud carries the weight too. I'll
yeah,
be like, I get it. Like he's been in the gym, but I feel like in the gym and then under the lights is just a whole different game.
yeah,
And
temperature difference.
it's Canelo, bro. It's a big event. Like going back to Bivol. Bivol said the fight was easy. He said, but the lead up was hard because of Canelo, his fans, and the way they are with him. And he's like, it's like a huge event, and it is. And this is Allegiant Stadium, Netflix. Like, there's gonna be a lot of time that Bud never seen, and I just hope he can soak it all in and be a gamer, which I think he is. Trust me, bro. I relate him to like Kobe and MJ. He got that killer in him.
Yeah,
He definitely
that
that guy.
that ability to stay calm in the middle of the storm and shit like that.
That's
You
him.
know what I'm saying?
But
But
this is the highest level. This is it. This is what you wake up for. Face of boxing shit. My
yeah,
man Birdman said, I'd like to see the winner of Billy and Lester fight Hamza Shiraz for a shot at Canelo. Okay. So you think Canelo winning that?
mm,
Birdman got his pick already. He said Nello. Well, who knows? Maybe even if Canelo loses, like that's still a good fight.
yeah,
Any of those
definitely,
guys against Canelo is a good fight.
definitely. Yeah, that's I don't know, bro, because Hamza, he seemed like he had his right weight right now. You know, and I'm like, I
Nah,
see both
man,
those names.
that was just Berlanga. Like I never been sold on him, bro.
You not sold on Hamza?
No, Berlanga. I mean,
Oh,
Hamza too. I'm like, I don't know if he get in the ring with Diego Pacheco if he could do all that, or in Billy and Lester. Like, I don't know, man. Iglesias even, I don't know if he could do that with Iglesias, but man, I
yeah,
just think Berlanga's so flawed in so many ways. Like, I never saw him as a top guy. I don't even know how that happened.
yeah,
Well, I
me
know how
neither.
it happened, but it's just a popularity contest. But
I would probably say the
like
reason
even
why
the
I'm big on Hamza is because
mm,
when I looked at him as opposed to Pacheco, um, and some of the other tall, lean fighters,
yeah,
let's say like the Tommy Hearns and the Mark Breelings,
shout out to Mark
Hamza
Breland.
has Hamza has shown those abilities where early on in his career he fights to his size and his advantages. Now you can question. There's two fights that question certain things, but um, it's always the taller, thinner man's weakness. You know, that's their kryptonite. Is when you get in too close on them. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? Their long ass
Smother their
arms,
work. Yeah.
they smother their work. And for me, it was what the fuck is old boy's name? It was Adamas and why can't I?
Shiraz?
Yeah, uh, Carlos Adamas and Ammo Williams. Those two fights right there say, all right, Shiraz,
Yeah, yeah.
you're right now. What you got to clean up is the ability to clinch when them strong, wide, hard punching dudes get in on you. Because if a dude like Billy gets in on you and he starts flailing with those wide punches that Adamas and Ammo William were catching you with, it could be a short night for you. You feel
Nah,
what I'm
you
saying?
right. You right. Yeah.
You gotta learn. You gotta learn the ability to fucking clinch, turn the dude, and then create your distance again. You feel? You feel me? And I don't know. That's the one thing I'm like Hamza. You got to clean up. Pacheco knows how to do it, but when So Cold was catching him, So Cold, in my opinion, had the highest IQ. You may not have been the most athletic dude, but you had the highest IQ that fucking Pacheco has ever faced. Because when he figured you out, it was your height and the fact that uh, he just said, you know what, fuck it, in them later rounds that put you in that position. But if he would have felt like that earlier, I don't know. I don't know, bro. So Cold might have got you, might have edged you out on the judges' scorecard, or might have dropped you.
Nah, you right, man. Let me read some of these chats quick.
Yeah, for
My
sure.
man Nathan, he said, in such close fights, the fighter who gets hit less clean wins, even if his opponent has more output. Example: Fury versus Usyk 2. Bud gets hit too clean, he says. Yeah, I mean, Bud take chances though, and that's what's gonna happen when you take chances. You're gonna get hit. I mean, anyway, he takes chances too. That's why he gets dropped. But I mean, dude's action. Like, we love it anyway because he knocking people out. Shout out to Mark T. He said Bud's ring IQ is out of this world. He can adapt to any situation imaginable. He can possibly beat Bivol too. Nah, bro, stop it. Nah. Stop it, bro. Don't talk about that man Bivol, dog. Leave Bivol alone. He like almost 200 pounds. He moving up the cruiserweight. Like, he's a big boy. Nah, man, we need to leave Bivol alone. Even Bivol versus Canelo fight, Bivol was the more defensive sound fighter. Yeah, he was. And like Bivol, he not coming to knock people out. He coming to just win decisions. That's him.
Yeah.
He's not like Bud is a mean dude. He's a mean puncher. He reminds me a lot of like Marvin Hagler in the way he carries himself.
Yeah. And Hagler was a come forward puncher, boxer, who was also a switch hitter, naturally.
Yeah,
you
man.
know what I'm saying?
My man Nathan said, I don't know if Bud can be as defensive sound as Usyk or Bivol. That's what it takes to beat great fighters when moving up in weight class. Yeah, Nathan, but I mean, Canelo's lost a step, bro. He's not punching the way. His output is definitely down. Canelo's, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great fight, man. I just hope it's not a snooze fest.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm feeling like this. Canelo's gonna come in with the early pressure, try to get in his body shots. If he's smart, I would try to Resendiz him. I say Resendiz because Resendiz beat Caleb Plant up. You beat him up and then you won that fight. You feel what I'm saying? So if you can just, beat Bud up, like push him back, get a little dirty, really make the ref do his job, then you might, start to disrupt what the game plan is, or you could make Bud go into that mode that, he says, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be that dog, and that's what could catch him. You feel what I'm saying? I can see Canelo stopping Bud. I can see that clearly with the right scenario of Canelo comes in there and he does certain things. These things will force Bud into a situation, and then I think they both like to punch with each other, punch with their opponents and stuff like that. Then it's just going to matter of if we're punching at the same time and punching at each other at the same time. If you can't take my punch, but I can take yours.
Right. That's my whole thing with Bud, man. It's like, what if his punches ain't hurting Canelo, man? Then he got to think about a new game plan, the way they're gonna approach him.
Yeah, and that the sad part about that might be after he got dropped, like Canelo dropped him,
Mm.
and then you're like,
Oh
all right, this
yeah,
game plan ain't working no more. I
you
got to
gotta
go back to my
abandon.
corner and talk to Bomac to see what's really good.
No, that's true. I mean, Canelo be dropping guys. He just don't finish guys.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a strong track record of putting dudes on their backside. So
Mm-hmm.
I the thing I've always seen with that putting dudes on their backside because he sets that weak high guard trap. Like the high guard doesn't cover the body, like the sides of the body,
Right.
the liver and shit like that. But they don't realize he got one foot like right there paired with yours. So as
Yep.
soon as you go
He-
for it, he
He's
just
waiting.
leans
Yeah.
back and then boom catches you either with the uppercut or the hook. And then there's nothing you can do because you see dudes be like, wait, hold on, I think I could block it. No, you can't. No, you
Yeah.
can't. So, I mean, I'm just hoping Bud Ring IQ is smart enough, and I know Bomac. They watched enough. I believe they watched enough tape to see that that's a common trap that Canelo sets for these guys that don't have high ring IQs, and I think that's something he picked up from Floyd, because Floyd would bait him with a lazy joint and then put himself up against the rope and look lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo try to come in and you just get uppercut and check hooked all day.
Yeah. The check hook. Yeah.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So, whew, Bud, you need the check hook. You need a great uppercut, and you need angles.
Word. How do we feel about the corners, man? Like obviously Eddie Reynoso's a great coach. So is Bomac. Who has the advantage?
I probably go with Reynoso
Mm,
in big fights, big shows. The
that's true.
the
Yeah, big fights.
being able to
Yeah.
communicate with your fighter because the crowd is just going crazy and it's large numbers of people. If some people, I don't think they realize that when you're in them stadiums and the size actually does matter. And when those people start roaring, it's like you can't hear shit unless the dude is like right there with you. If you don't, like right yelling right in your ear. And you see Reynoso, sometimes he'll have a nice little distance so he could show Canelo certain things. So
Yeah.
I think he knows how to communicate with his fighter in those mega fight scenes more than Bomac knows how to communicate with Bud, and this might be the first time. So
Word.
you might run into some miscommunications.
Especially in a stadium fight packed out with 40,000, 60, however many people gonna be there.
Yeah,
My man Nathan said, "How are we feeling about Crawford catching shooting Canelo's punches to the bicep? Callum Smith, who's a great catch and shoot guy, couldn't do shit." Well, Callum Smith, I don't know, man. He's not. I'm sorry, y'all. Callum Smith, we can't put him beside Crawford. Just look at the accomplishments, man. It's not even the same.
yeah. I would say it like this: Sean Porter's a come forward fighter. Although I don't, I think Sean Porter's a little bit shorter than Canelo and
Hmm.
fights a little bit more dirty, where Sean Porter will make the ref do his job.
Yep.
But if you
Sure.
look at the two knockdowns and you look at from the second round, especially the top view, whenever they showed the top view of the replays, you'll see that Bud knew the uh the uh the Perry encounter is the
Hmm.
thing that's always gonna drop Sean Porter.
Right.
When you look at when Errol dropped Sean Porter committed. Errol just took that little half step back and boom, caught him, came
Yeah.
right over the
Yep.
top. So for me, when you're talking about uh, being able to catch and shoot,
Yeah.
Bud did that twice with and dropped Sean Porter twice with it. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That was kind of the punch that set up Jose Benavidez.
Hmm.
For
Yep.
me, when I look at it, yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue. It's just when it delivers, how does it affect Canelo?
Another thing I'm like questioning too is like Canelo, he didn't stop Skull. Obviously, I feel like that fight he didn't even want to fight. Berlanga, he didn't stop. Jaime, he didn't stop. Yeah, he might be like motivated for Bud. Like we saw, he brought Boots in the camp. He always has Yo Hernandez. He might be ready for this one. Like he might have got up the couch off the silk sheets, say, "Yo, I can't let this little dude beat me."
Yeah, for sure. And when you look at who's available to who, the
Word.
you know, I saw Bivol in Bud's camp on multiple different channels of legitimate channels that was outside or whatever. So I know Bivol was in there. I know Ward is constantly in there. You know, Bud also has a who's who of people that's coming in, helping them get prepared for Canelo. And for me to bring in Bivol, woo, that's saying
I,
all
I
right.
don't know if he brought Bivol in for this one though, because I know Bivol had that back surgery.
Yeah, yeah, but I think that um, this was around the first time, early on when they was talking about the fight happening like a pre-camp where
Oh,
nothing
okay, I see what you're
really,
saying.
yeah, him and
Mhm.
Bivol, they had those joints with him and Bivol working, and one of the captions was uh, Bud getting ready for the potential Canelo fight. So if you a
Yeah,
smart man, you put in some of that work early. You know what
word.
I'm saying? So now as you getting bigger and getting yourself prepared to training and working out and running to where it's now you trying to cut down to only 168 pounds, then
Yeah,
that Bevo work will actually matter.
that's true. That is true. We'll see though. We'll see though, man. I
Yeah,
just feel
yeah.
like it's gonna be a great night of boxing. Shout out to my man Ant McQueen in the building. Make sure y'all go check out Ant McQueen. He breaks down boxing too, man, all the time at the casual corners. He just puts up the fight and breaks it down, man.
Uh-huh.
That's what's up. But yeah, man, it should be interesting to see how Canelo comes out. Because yeah, and we got to see how big the ring is. Because I know Crawford's gonna need to use the ring a bit in this fight, just to get Canelo moving, man. Not getting him, because if Canelo gets planted and moves downhill on Crawford, that's when it gets ugly.
Yeah.
Like you can't let this dude get planted and punch you. You gotta make
Yeah.
sure he's moving.
Now, the the only thing that one of my uh, one of my concerns is this: when you look at Crawford versus Errol Spence, right?
Mhm.
Bud came in there to beat Errol Spence at his own style.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
wanted to. He was like, "I'm not going to back up. I'm going to stay in the pocket, and if you get on me close, Bud pushed him or turned him."
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? So that type of ego where they say, "Nah, you too small." Bud is like, "Yeah, I'm small, but I'm fucking strong as hell." And everybody who
Yeah,
fought
yeah,
Bud always say, "Yo, listen, you're dealing with a guy who's different. His strength is like you can't see it, but he's just so physically strong." And I think he might want to go in there and impose that will on Canelo. And I think that's why when they had that second face off
mhm.
and they got together and then Bud like got tall on him and then started to try to walk Canelo down, but Canelo took some step back when Dana White was in between them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
Yeah,
he's kind of hitting to the dude like, listen, I'm gonna be there for you.
yeah,
If you
yeah, he
gonna hit
definitely
me, I'm
was.
gonna be there for you to hit me, but I'm still gonna beat your ass. And I think that's his mentality. So that's why it's like, oh my God, this shit's gonna be different.
Mhm.
This shit gonna be different because this dude is sick and tired. And he's like, look, they took the arrow victory away from me to the point where I can't even give that shit that much credit. Me as the fighter, because they made over 60 fucking excuses for the dude after he lost. You feel what
No,
I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So
Yeah, that's
y'all took
true.
this shit away from me. So you know what? the Canelo fight does make sense to me. And if I go up there and I beat Canelo, what y'all gonna say now?
I'm gonna say nada.
But you
Nothing.
hearing dudes already saying, well, listen, if he go up there and he punching on Canelo, then there got to be question answered. I got questions
Oh,
because I didn't see
PEDs.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that with Madrimov. So yo, listen, I
Oh
was on a
man.
panel that all day. That's what they were saying on
All
two
that
panels,
snack shit. They gonna be
back
on
to
that
back,
snack.
bro.
You'll be on that
Back,
Tank Davis. That snack shit.
yeah, bro. They already saying it, my guy. Two channels back to back. Yo, listen, if Bud go in there, if for some of them Bud fans that's talking about he about to stop him, if Bud go there and he crack Canelo and hurt Canelo, I got questions. I'm
I
like,
got
what?
questions.
What?
Yo, it's
Wow.
just
Okay.
you can't be perfect play shot. Like,
Yeah, that's what I said. It just can't be a perfectly placed shot because even though he
gotta be
beat
steroids.
Munguia was putting hands on him and he had certain parts of his face lumped up. Berlanga was putting hands on him. You feel what I'm saying? Munguia
Mhm.
backed Canelo up a couple of times with some of those combinations. So it can easily be a well placed shot. And, and I told the dude, I was like, listen, whether you, the dude was like, nah, but what you missing is Munguia is one of them naturally big dudes. I'm like, bro, are you
Nah, he's
crazy?
not.
Munguia came up from 140 just like Canelo.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Munguia was messing around between catch weights at 150 and shit at 148, but he was basically fighting at 47 and 40.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
Like, come on, man. Let's not do that, bro. Let's be real fans. So I was like, come on, man. And they both came up the same way, and they both was in the same division. They both wound up fighting in the same division, but it was clearly experience that was the difference. Clearly experience, but at the end of the day, man, how I see it, it's just gonna come down to who can take the other guy's punch, and that's the biggest nitpick that I got. It's who can take
Yeah.
whose punch.
No, that's facts. That's exactly what it's about, man. Because yeah, if Canelo can't take Crawford's punch, then damn, man, that'd be crazy.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
it's Crawford who's going to be the question, in my opinion, just because he's never fought at the weight. But hey, if he could take it, it's going to be a tremendous fight
Yeah, definitely,
because
definitely.
he got the boxing ability to throw Canelo off, win some rounds. It's going to come down to man. I hate the judges too, man. They got Tim Cheatham there, and he got the worst scorecards ever. Like he watches tight fights, and it can't be tight fights. His scorecards either one way or the other.
Yeah,
Wide left, wide right. Like they never like close. It's weird with him. So I don't know. Crawford got to take that into consideration, man. My man Yaffe in the building. He said betting 10K on the Crawford KO wins you 105K. Yeah, man, because it's unlikely. But I mean, if you got money like that, then I guess do what you got to do. But shoot, don't bet no 10K, man. It's a waste of money.
yeah. That's a whole 10K. And it's just saying the knockout is if it had the knockout and the TKO,
Yeah,
maybe because that's when you look at Bud's career, that's mainly what he got, a bunch of TKOs. He's like the TKO king.
right. Yeah. That's if he stops Canelo, that's the only way I can see it is accumulation.
Yeah,
Like the ref had to jump in or towel, man, which
yeah,
would be
definitely.
crazy.
Which would be crazy within its own rights. That you
Right.
made Canelo Alvarez corner throwing the towel.
Quit. Yeah, man, that'd be
They didn't
nuts.
do that with
Yeah.
Bevo. You feel what I'm saying? And
Oh
I
man,
think I only had Canelo winning one round in that entire fight. That was the first.
against Bivol?
Yeah,
Oh man.
I only gave him the first. Everything after that, I felt that he lost those. He lost that fight. He lost all those.
Actually, I agree with you. What's going on, Khaled? In the
Yo,
building.
what up, bro?
What's going on, man? What you think
Hey,
about this Canelo Crawford?
I got Canelo dominating Terrence Bud Crawford.
Okay.
Mm.
Got him dominating him. He ain't gonna.
All right, let's
I don't
break
think
it
he'll
down.
knock him out. I don't think he'll knock him out. But I just
Hmm.
think that I think the def. Hey, yo, is it like any background? Cause I'm driving. Am I good?
Nah, you smooth.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
smooth.
yeah.
I,
Let me mute up because it might be my AC in the back.
I, I. Man, bro, I just think that Canelo is just the better fighter. I think he's the better fighter. Offensively, defensively, he's the better
Hmm.
fighter. Um, and I just think that any smaller man, like outside of Floyd Mayweather or light heavyweights and Beevil, you just don't beat Canelo. Like he beat everybody. Like he beat everybody. He didn't have some controversial losses for sure. I mean, controversial fights with Triple G and Lara. But I mean, Bud has never been in the ring with the lights of a Lara or a Triple G. Like you know what I'm saying.
That's
So
facts. Yeah.
so it's like Bud ain't Bud ain't. I mean, like all small guys that Nello brought up, like Amir Khan or uh, bro, it was the welterweight he brought up, Ryan. Bro, he knocked them down like 7 times. It was like in the 6th round, bro. You know what I'm talking about? It was a welterweight he brought up. This is when he was at 54. Um,
54.
like
I know he knocked down like Americana a lot.
yeah, nah, it wasn't
Sure.
Amir, bro. It was another dude. Oh,
Sparked out
fucking.
Americana.
Oh yeah, he knocked out Amir Khan. But Charlo, he brought him up. Like
Hmm.
Were
yeah,
you
like
talking
dude.
about Billy Joe? Did he fight Billy Joe at 54 or was that 60?
Nah,
That
that
was
was
at 68.
68 because he took
Yeah,
his
he bought me
belt.
68,
Yeah.
bro. It was like
Oh, okay,
some
okay.
Martinez. It was like some Martinez or something like that. But
Mm.
he had brought him up from welterweight. So anytime dude get brought up, a little guy, it's just bro, hey bro, you just too small, bro. Like great marketing has like made us believe that they the same size and all that. But nah, bro, it's like weight classes for a reason. And I'm not putting it all on the size, but I'm putting a lot of it on the size, bro. You just too small. Now, granted, Mud's gonna get in the ring, fill you out, see what that power look like. I ain't just gonna rush in, but ultimately, I'm gonna walk you down. I'm gonna step to you. I'm gonna come forward with great defense, head movement, parrying shots, rolling off shots, and like hitting you with hard thumping shit that you ain't felt at 168. Cause them punches at 168 is not 154 with them 10 ounces on. With them 10
Word.
ounces on, that shit feel different. Motherfuckers ain't felt no 10 ounces in over a year, and you ain't felt no 168 10 ounces. It don't matter what the fuck, you're gonna get hit. You gonna get hit. You gonna get hit. And do you have enough to keep me off for you? I recommend everybody go look at the Triple G Kale Brook fight. Cause that was a fight where a dude moved up a couple weight classes, and you saw it look like how a little guy can't keep a big guy off of you. And he got his face broke in that fight. That fight ruined him. Ruined him.
Yeah, Kel
Right.
Brook. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. So like, bro, like how you gonna keep him off of you, bro? All that moving, all that boxing shit. Hey, bro, you gonna get tired. How you gonna are you just gonna jab your Canelo know how to neutralize a jab. And you ain't and yo light heavy and niggas can say, hey yo, he gonna do what Beaver did. Well, you not a light heavyweight, so you can't do what Beaver did. And you can't do what Floyd did because you not the defensive savant that Floyd is, and you can't fight behind the shoulder. And Jaime
Mm.
Munguia and Eric Berlanga didn't put hands and feet on Canelo. They didn't do that. That's not what happened. Did they land some shots? Yeah. But in the Jaime Munguia fight, Canelo landed more jabs than him. And he knocked him down. And when Jaime backed up Nello, which was in like the second or third round, like the next round, he knocked him down. He knocked him
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Canelo gas. He made him gas in that fight for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
exactly, bro. He just got him up out of it. He just wore him down. He just, all right, bro. You throwing a lot of punches. I'm gonna just stay in the pocket with you, make you miss, catch some shit, roll off shit, you slow.
But
But even then, Canelo ain't fought. I mean, not Canelo. Terrence Bud Crawford ain't fought a Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is big for real, got decent speed, and throw a lot of punches. Who the
but
fuck
let me
who
ask you this question.
go ahead, Black God.
Every every fighter you mentioned that went up to fight Canelo.
Yes.
Do Um, would you agree or disagree? They did it between 3 and 5 months when the fight was made.
Oh, so you saying that Bud has had a year
He had a
to
year and some
get
change because remember there was the shit that was going on between Sebastian Fundora. And when that stuff was going on, that's when we were first hearing about Canelo versus Bud. And then, that the situation happened between Canelo and Turkey Al Sheikh, where Canelo didn't like the way Turkey Al Sheikh was trying to do business, whether he was trying to talk to him directly. But
yeah.
Turkey came out and said, listen, I don't want to talk to the promoters and all of these other people because they just getting in the way of the fight. I'd rather just talk to you so we can make the fight. You tell me what you want, I'll make it happen. So when all of that was happening, that was like an additional 4 months, maybe 4.5, close to 5 months. So the dude had a very, very long time to get himself prepared for that. So for me, in that time, I take that argument off the table when it comes down to comparing the other guys, Mel Charlo, Amir Khan, Kale, Khan, and some of the other guys who went up to fight Canelo that jumped the couple of weight classes and shit like that. So it's like I get
I
the
think
argument; it's a legitimate argument, but I I have to put that caveat in there.
that's a great caveat, and I understand your point. I just think that the inactivity will be a hindrance on him because even though he had the preparation time, typically Bud fight once a year, right?
Yeah,
And he's been able to maintain a certain level of sharpness, even though he's been fighting once a year. But it's just at some point it just kind of caps itself out, bro. Like 10 ounces, they not the eights and dudes is bigger up here, bro. It's just like it don't matter what your preparation is. You and I are preparing differently because you trying to gain some shit. I'm just doing what I normally do. So, and it may or may not work because you haven't taken a fight or two to see if what you did was correct. You might have did a year of some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? And it may or may not work. You didn't take a fight or two. You ain't. I don't care who you're sparring, cause sparring is sparring. Even with Nello, like Nello getting boots in there, it's a good move. That means you like taking the fight serious. But sparring is sparring. What's being asked of you, what we working on. You know what I'm saying? Is practice. It's like preparation. Sparring helps, but I'm
Yep.
not gonna just be like, hey yo, sparring. Hey yo, sparring is
yeah,
sparring.
it ain't
You know,
doghouse. You ain't
you know
doing
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
doghouse.
Yeah, bro. We in here working. You help me get ready. I'm getting my wind up. You like giving me a look and all that. It is intense, but it's like, yo, sparring is sparring. Like even how niggas find the range with them 16s and all that on is different with the eights and the tens. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
like, yo, it's different, bro. So I understand that point of the preparation, but I don't know if your preparation because you wasn't like like you haven't fought, like you didn't take a fight in between to like see if this even work. You don't even know how your body gonna respond. That's another thing, bro. How is niggas' bodies finna respond to the new weight? Like, bro, like, look, Beetle threw damn near 700 punches. Is Bud about to throw 700 punches to keep a nigga up
Nah.
off? Cause exactly,
But no,
exactly. Fuck it.
not many fighters fight like Bivol to start with, so
Yeah,
I
No,
don't
and
that's yeah.
compare them.
you're
But
also go ahead.
nah, I'm done, bro. Go ahead, bro. Get your shit off.
All I was gonna say was when I when I look at Bud to and stuff like that, I say to myself, he doesn't throw as many punches as other fighters, but his hybrid punches and his like somebody brought up the ability of Bud to be able to catch and shoot. He'll catch and shoot and hit you with a hybrid punch. And that's the thing that sometimes, when people talk about him, they like, yo, those hybrid punches he be coming up with, them the shits that really, really hurt. Because you're preparing for one thing and then it just comes over someplace else and it's like boom, a flush shot, and you're like, hey, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's gonna come down to also uh conditioning. Canelo is notorious for slowing down. That is not the case with Bud. even
I
though
don't
he's
know about that. Must be saying that, but I mean, if he like, I might take my foot off the gas or like take a round off. But I mean, I've been fighting 12 rounds, so I mean, guys gonna do that. But I mean, when dudes got bad conditioning, they getting stopped. When they in there getting tired, they got stopped. Like in the Beaver fight, he clearly was tired, but his defense, his boxing ability, allow him to not get stopped. So I mean,
would
it's
you
like the conditioning wasn't that bad. Like I might take some
would
rounds
you
off and
say it
all
was more or
that.
less that Beeble didn't commit to trying to stop Canelo when the conditioning went? Because in that fight, I feel like this: when Canelo called him over to the ropes, you did that shit as bravado. If Bevo would have actually stepped to you, because you was kind of fucked up in a way right there. So if Bevo would have stepped to you, he could have easily got the TKO.
Hey yo, Triple G didn't step to him either when he called him to the fucking
Yeah,
rope.
bro. It's like, dudes, and
But when I,
that's the thing you be yelling at the TV, like, you got him, go get him,
yeah,
and
but
then
it's a
the dudes
reason,
don't
Yeah.
bro.
do it.
It's a reason.
Yeah, because he's still dangerous. That one of those
Yeah,
punches is
facts,
still dangerous.
facts.
And some of these
Yeah.
dudes is they thinking and not just like wanting to be finishers. When it
Hey,
comes
Bud is
down
gonna
to it,
think in there. Bud's
when it
gonna
comes
think in
down
there.
to it, Bevo and Triple G are not the finishers of a Terrence Crawford. Now,
What?
I
Bro,
get
Triple
the
G's a finisher. What? Nah, we not
yes
gonna
he
do
is
that.
Yeah,
he is
we
a
not gonna do
finisher,
that.
but he's
See,
not the
see,
finish. In my opinion, he's just not the finisher of a Terrence Crawford. Like Terrence Crawford is one of those dudes that a jab. He catch you with a jab a certain way. He's like, yeah, this shit is over in the next 2 rounds because this nigga's he's ready. And plus, Bomac can see it.
Yeah, but Terrence never been on in the ring with a guy this level, man.
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah,
get that.
like
Canelo got that IQ too. We gotta respect that.
Both
Bud
of
not
them
catching
got
and
high
shooting no
ass IQ.
160. Hey, Bud not catching and shooting no 168-pound punch. You're just not doing that. Them punches is different. You was catching and shooting welterweight punches. You just not catching no super middleweight punches. You're not punching in between the punches. Motherfuckers better hope that Canelo don't side to punch in between punches. Cause I trust my chin. Cause my chin is much more proven than yours. So, hey, bro, I don't know about that catching and shooting and all that. I don't just know about that, bro. Like, hey, bro, them hard shots with them tens. Your timing, hey, yo, you gotta, hey, bro, niggas can punch, bro. Niggas can fight. Niggas can
Nah, he
fight,
can
bro.
punch.
Niggas
The
can punch.
only thing I'm worried about is what Canelo was like. Yo, Skull outlanded him. I know that fight looked ugly, but
Mhm.
bro, he was outlanding Canelo. And if Canelo can't deal with William Skull, the boxing ability, he better be working that night because
Yeah.
Crawford gonna move. Crawford not gonna stand there with him.
Yeah, he is definitely gonna move. So yeah, any criticism that he's facing off the Williams Skull fight, I like understand it. I would argue my only argument is, and then like after this, I'm gonna hop off. Right? Hey yo, shout out to you too, KC, bro. You make a lot of excellent points. I was listening to you, bro. You make a lot of great points. Only thing I say about the Skull fight is that was a fight that he never wanted. He fucking let the belt go because he didn't want it because he knew what type of shit that was. And at this point in my career, I'm not trying to
That's
deal with it.
true.
You know what I'm saying? But y'all gave me 80 million to fucking fight him because y'all want to sell the fight on like the fucking undisputed points. So I go in here and fight him
Yeah.
at fucking 6 a.m. against in Saudi Arabia. I don't want to be in here doing this shit and the jet. But so if you're gonna say, nah, Nello, you gotta still get up, cut him off, go win the fight, fine, I understand it. But just like how the argument why Bud didn't stay at 154 was because they were saying some of the arguments, not all of them, but some arguments were made that he can't get up for those type of fights. He need a money fight. He can't get up for these guys and all that. So it's like once you get to a certain level, you had these minimums of fights. You got to get up for guys. Well, I don't know if Canelo could get up for a score. Obviously, he's up for a Terrence Bud
Nah, that's
Crawford.
facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it's just like, hey, so, but bro, hey yo, Ryan, bro, shout out to you, bro. KC, shout
Appreciate
out to
you,
you,
brother,
bro. Appreciate
coming
y'all,
through.
man. Hey yo, I'm locked in on all the lives, guys.
Ah,
Y'all have an
man.
excellent night.
I
yeah, for
appreciate
sure.
you, man.
Now,
My
I
man.
could agree with what homie was talking about as far as Bud not getting up for some of those for those guys that are active at 54, because at the end of the day, you look at the champions with the exception of the one guy who was the champion in recess at the time, which was Mel Charlo.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Tim Tszyu. It's not a lot of money in that fight. You look at Fundora, not a lot of money in that fight. You look at Madrimov, there wasn't a lot of money in that fight, and there definitely wasn't going to be a lot of money in the fight with Boachuk. At the end of the day, Terrence Crawford's career, he needed a Canelo Alvarez, and the fucked up part was he actually needed that Manny Pacquiao fight. That Bomac kind of fucked up and made that weird ass excuse and shit like that. But it's just like, I don't care if you guys are saying it's not enough money on the table. That's still Manny motherfucking Pacquiao. Still a name. You still have that legendary name. To whereas if you wanted to make a mega fight with somebody, then okay, let's look at your resume. And you had a Manny Pacquiao up there, just like Errol Spence was trying to get that Manny Pacquiao jump off, and probably did have it if that car accident didn't happen. You feel what I'm saying? So, resume wise, Bud, legacy wise, people can talk about a certain legacy, but he still needed a legacy name on his resume. And being that it wasn't Manny Pacquiao, the only other person that actually made sense that you can honestly make the weight and try to fight was fucking, Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah. Nah, I agree, man. I agree. It's a big money fight, legacy fight. My man Nathan, he said Crawford never fought in his career like Skull, so we don't have to worry about that. Nah, I'm not saying he's gonna fight like that the whole fight. I'm just saying he's gonna have to mix in some of those moving rounds with, picking and choosing when he's gonna stand with Canelo, because you gotta gas Canelo a bit too. You just can't let him walk you down.
Yeah.
He said Jamel fought like a coward. Tim's and Hoodies, what's good, man? In the building. My man Adam said, "Don't be aggressive is bad teaching against Canelo," and that's what everybody's saying. Be aggressive. He's slow. Oh man, my man Nathan said, "I believe the lack of defense will be the deciding factor in this fight. Canelo can definitely punch through Bud's guard." Ooh,
that's
Adam, he's slowing down, moving pressure fighter. Yeah, he is a slower fighter, man. We can't ignore that. My man Tim's and Hoodies, he said Tank could have got it. He ducked though. Yeah, man. I mean, Bud did say, "I'll fight you." Tank Davis, Tank Davis, he talks a lot, but he not fighting no Bud.
Yeah.
He's not even fighting his own guys, man.
Yeah, and even Tank still wouldn't have been the legacy name like a Manny Pacquiao or Canelo Alvarez to have on your resume.
Well, Manny Pacquiao was supposed to fight Bud, but he lost that fight in Australia against Jeff Horn.
Yeah, but they was also supposed to try to get it on that 140. And
oh yeah, 140 earlier.
Yeah, that was the original.
Really?
That was the original jump off, and that's when Manny Pacquiao asked for the 40 million to fight him, because I think that was like right after the Floyd Mayweather joint, and Bud hadn't been undisputed yet. I don't think he had fought Ndongo yet, but
okay.
Yeah, they was talking about the Manny Pacquiao fight. Manny Pacquiao asked for it. Bob was like, "No, that fight is not gonna happen." And that's when people were like, "Oh, Bob Arum was protecting Manny."
Protecting
Bob
his
Arum
investment.
was prepared. Was protecting Manny Pacquiao because he didn't want to feed Manny Pacquiao to the hungry wolf that was the young guy. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then they did send, they did spin the block, and Manny Pacquiao's team did send Bud a real offer, and Bomac from the rumor mills, Bomac, and from what he said, on his own video, he was like, "Yeah, that just wasn't enough money." So I
Damn,
don't know what
they
the real
turned it
offer
down, man.
was. Yeah, but Bomac turned the fight down for
Okay,
whatever reason. I was like, "Wow, damn."
that
Still take it. It's
that's
Manny fucking
wild.
Pacquiao.
Yeah, I know, right? So many people gonna be watching.
Yeah.
My man Nathan, he said we call him Jeep now. He called Tank Jeep. Y'all crazy, man. My man Adam said Canelo will wind up and throw his body shots. But what are you doing in the meantime? It takes him 10 seconds. Nah, man, y'all wilding with that, bro.
Uh-huh.
My man Tim's and Hoodies, he said he would have got more credit for Tank being an active champ. I mean, yeah, I get that, but I mean, Tank Davis not gonna fight him.
Yeah. Just
That's
like
just
Tank
what
knew
it
he
is.
wasn't gonna fight Errol when they was beefing about strap season.
My man Adam said, poor Canelo, I give him no credit since he did. Man, got to give Canelo credit, bro. If he beats Terrence Crawford, that's another pound for pound fighter. That's another name, bro. It's another big name for Canelo if he beats Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
We can't just act like that's nobody. And shout out to Canelo because he's been fighting a lot of guys. Like I tell people, like he the best Mexican fighter ever, man. Like they try to say Chavez Sr., but man, Canelo got them names and them accolades.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he ain't go 89-0, but man, he's got a lot of substance in his record.
Yeah, like the one thing I try to, remind people, yeah, he got that Floyd Mayweather work, but y'all also gotta remember he fought both the Gotti brothers and he fought Shane Mosley.
Yep. Yeah, he did.
So
Shout out to Shane Mosley. I think
yeah,
his son's fighting on that Keith Thurman undercard I just saw.
finally, his son is getting in the ring, or maybe he's been getting in the ring, and just those fights don't get aired anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I, um, you know, I just want to see him fight live. I always see Shane Mosley fights, as clips or whatever.
Shane Mosley was a beast, man.
No, I'm talking about his son.
Oh, okay. Oh, his son. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He's not usually on TV like that.
Yeah, so it's like, wow, how could you be the son of Shane Mosley and the majority of your fights nobody's seen? Like, where the fuck are you fighting?
Word. I mean, Tim's and Hoodie said Canelo ain't fight Boo Boo. Yeah, you're right, bro. He didn't, man. He just told him, man. He's like, yo.
Oh, look at this guy.
Andrade. He did his thing when he was over there trying to get that fight. And
Yeah.
the fight, man. Eddie did him so wrong, man. Should have got him at least one of those fights. I mean, Adam said I would give him credit for real, but he shouldn't go around saying I'll get no credit. Crawford's an all-time great. Yeah, man. I know what Canelo's saying though. He's like, yo, the fans gonna excuse it. Like they're gonna act like it's not a big deal that he beat Crawford. When to him, you can see he's taking it serious because to him it's a big deal. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna get no credit.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you gonna get credit from the right people, Canelo, for sure. People that put you in the hall, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd have looked at that. You already know Canelo's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Oh man, so do you think this card's gonna get close to the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, like in terms of viewership?
I think it might do half.
Yeah.
I think it might definitely do half that, and even if they did half, you're still gonna go down as the second highest televised or whatever,
Right.
Professional boxing match. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, the final numbers came in 110 million households watched that fight.
That's wild, yo. That's like half of Netflix. That's crazy.
Exactly.
but they got like 300 million homes or something like that.
And you
Oh,
look at this. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao was the creme de la creme of pay-per-view. That was
yeah,
4.5 million. You're
yeah,
talking about 100 million plus versus
yeah,
4.5 million. The
yeah,
pay-per-view
man,
model is gone, bro. Just like
it's
we were
gone,
saying,
bro.
it's gone, and it's been out the way since you know Amazon wanted to get in on it, and then Jake
Right.
Paul and Mike Tyson broke it.
Nah, for real. Shout out to Eddie Alvarez. So salute Ryan. 10 days till we find out the truth. Yup. And yeah, man, the streaming, like, I don't. This is why I don't understand the PBC. Like, why the hell are they making us pay for Fedor and Keith Thurman? That's not like, man, that's
Yeah,
not the best fight to be paying for. And then you literally have this fight, who's gonna go before it for free, and then literally a month after, you're gonna get the ring card with your DAZN subscription. It's gonna be free. And
yeah,
that fight card is crazy because it's David Benavidez, Yard, Haney, and Thurman, which can be a main event anywhere in the world by itself. And then you got Bam Rodriguez on the card fighting for another title against Puma Martinez. You got Abdullah Mason, the future of American boxing, on that
versus
card.
Dan Noakes for his
Sam, look,
first
like
belt.
all them title fights, Arthur Beterbiev, and it's gonna be, if you just have a description, it's free. It's like, man, that's $30. That's like,
Yeah,
come
definitely,
on, man. And if you paid
definitely.
a
You
month,
got
you got
yeah,
hella fights on the zone because Matchroom, they do the little shows. Golden Boy does the little shows. It's like it's a brainer. And then like PBC, you buy $80 pay-per-view for Fedora and Keith Thurman for one night.
yeah. Like, yo,
Yeah, I
that
don't know
whole
what they're
Netflix
doing.
thing. Here's the funny part: 15 million new subscribers, still being
Damn.
4.5 million. You feel what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
numbers just can't compare. And when you want to talk about how many people really watched the fight, how many people were watching what fight at what time, because streaming is there, you get that real time data
Yeah, you're
that
right.
no
Yeah, they
company can
track
try
it.
to
Right.
bullshit you and say, well, no, they did 200 million views. It's like, from where?
Yeah, man. That's true. My man
So
Tim's Hoodie said the Fire Stick Boys outside. Oh, my mama, yeah, for that Fedora and Keith. Yo, Fire Stick Boys definitely gonna be outside, man.
oh, hell yeah,
My man
hell yeah.
Yappy said, what fight is replacing Matias versus Dalton on the November 20th? Yeah, that fight was added to that card. I don't even think you need to put another fight on that card. That card's already. How we get guys like Arthur Beterbiev, Rodriguez, Benavidez, Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., all and Abdul Mason, all on the same night, bro. Like that's insane.
Yeah,
Dudes are like those guys are the top of the sport right now, especially like Bam, Dev and Benavidez and Beterbiev. Like all them dudes they have huge accolades. So we don't need to add another fight. We good, man. Everybody should be watching that whole card.
yeah,
I don't
definitely.
even know. I don't even know who they're probably gonna start with Beterbiev because he's fighting a guy who's not very accomplished. But I mean, Abdullah Mason probably gonna be the second fight. That's just because that's how good the card is, man.
Yeah, I mean, I look, man. Yeah, that fight card right there is on another level because it's nothing but champions, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of relevant fights. We're looking at champion fights, but these fights are relevant because you're looking at who may inherit a weight class. If they get that first belt, are they actually going to move up? Because I
Right.
don't know. I have a hard time seeing Abdullah Mason being able to unify at 135. I think he gets that belt and hops up to 140.
Damn, yo, if he can go to 140, yo, 140 might be the new loaded division because it's got a lot of killers already at 140.
Yeah, it's like
You throw Abdullah in there, and then you got Shakur Stevenson talking about fighting Tio there.
yeah. So for me, it's like Abdullah, do your thing with the WBO. You get that belt, put in your 3 fights to become super champion, then skate
Mm,
up. Fuck, these guys are not gonna do unifications with you. You feel what I'm saying? So get your 3 fights in, skate up to 140. You'll be able to put that weight on, and if you're doing your thing like now at 35, bro, once you start putting that weight on, you look like one of those dudes where your power is going to carry.
hmm
Your athletic ability is going to carry because you're so fucking young.
No, that's true.
So I can see him being like, I could see him being a problem at 140, like shaking up a lot of dudes because 140 to me is like musical chairs. On
Yeah,
any
it
given
is.
night, any one of those dudes can lose.
Yeah, 140's got some killers, man, like Gary Antoine, Sabril, Tio, Richard Hitchens,
Quelo, Paro,
yeah,
you
Andy
know,
Hiroka.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Pollo. Yeah, Pollo was just a champ, man.
yeah. I want to see. I'm dying to see the Indy Hiroka fight
And
and uh,
Gary.
and Gary. That's the
Yeah,
fight I really want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it's like, all right, Gary, you knock Andy off. He's gonna be your mandatory. So right
word,
after that, why don't you unify?
word. Nah, man, I agree.
You know, just unify because you might get the same push that Brian Norman got for beating a Japanese fighter. And I don't even know if that. No, they're not fighting in Japan. If he was fighting in Japan and that might have been the main card, then you might get that push. You feel what I'm saying?
Shoot, I think Andy Hiroka, he knocked out Jin Sasaki too.
Yeah, yeah, he stopped him. He was
Yeah,
Jin's only loss before Jin got in there with Brian Norman,
yeah, man. He's not. Yeah, Hiroka's a good fighter.
and he hasn't lost since. Yeah.
Oh, Jin Sasaki.
No, no, Andy Hiroka. He's like he's for me he's undefeated, and dudes just
Yeah,
don't want to see Andy Hiroka at 140 in Japan. I guess that's why he's like, you know what, fuck it. We done beat all the major competition here at 140. Let's see what we do with an American fighter. Physically
word.
bigger, so let's just see. You know?
Yeah, man. I just hope they don't keep him out too long because Gary, man, he like to only fight once a year. I don't know why, man. Them guys, all of them Russell brothers, they only fight like once a year.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question: what did you think about Gary's last performance? Because I don't think we cooked on that.
Nah, Gary was good, man. I
Man,
was
Gary looked
surprised.
sharp as hell, bro. I
I
was
thought he
like,
was gonna be rusty, but nah, he looked good.
yeah. My only thing is, I would like to see him in like maybe one more fight because at times in the fight where he put in good work, it was like he was thinking and he was trying to
Mm.
decide whether he's thinking like a coach or he's thinking like a fighter.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because he's been coaching now for so long.
Exactly, and that's another one of those situations where it's like, you got him right there, just put the pressure on him.
Hmm
You feel what I'm saying? So throughout Gary's fight, I could see certain parts, certain times where it's like, if you just get on him and let your hands go, you force the ref to stop the fight. But that's was those points where I was like, I don't know if you want to get in the rounds. I don't know if it's the you still might be in coach mode. Maybe you still
Right.
may not be 100% there in fighter modes. But either way, I still gave him a solid performance. You know, just like I gave Keith Thurman in his last fight a solid performance because I didn't expect him to look like that. I expected
Yeah,
Keith
he
Thurman
beat
to be dancing around
was
a
it
lot more.
Brock Jarvis. He stopped Brock Jarvis.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brock
yeah.
Jarvis.
That's a funny ass name.
Yeah, I thought, Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu, I thought for sure they were gonna fight because like Keith Thurman went all the way over to Australia, stopped that man. I thought Tim Tszyu was gonna come, get some get back for his country, man.
Yeah,
But nah, you went and fought Fedora and got sparked.
bad. And then he goes back and just says, "You know what? I think I could beat Baccarat." It's like, okay, uh, I, okay. That's
Nah,
what you feel
Bachram,
like you want to go do.
they don't even talk about him, man. That dude's a true boogeyman. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because all them dudes, all three of the other champions, is talking like they really that guy, but ain't nobody mentioned Baccarat. And it's
Nah,
so
they only
funny that
mention
Baccarat was even, caught that little sneak diss and was like, "Yeah, all these dudes talking, but ain't nobody talking about me."
where nah, he's right, bro. They making Josh Kelly go in there, yo.
Yeah,
They sending Josh Kelly in. They're like, yo, you got to go test if he's the real, bro. Go in there. Bring him to England. Let's see if he can do it again.
yeah. I'm like, y'all dudes is crazy. Y'all dudes
We got
is
Shyla in the building. Salute Ryan AC in the chat. Thank you. Go check her channel out, yo. She got a good channel. She be going live, talking her boxing. Make sure y'all go check her out, yo. But yeah, man. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna pack it up, man.
yeah,
Thanks
for
for
sure.
coming
Good
on,
cook.
AC, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
definitely a good cook, bro. You know what I'm
I'll be
saying?
back tomorrow night to talk that Iglesias. Do the fight chat.
Yeah, I'll be
Hope,
in the chats with you tomorrow,
hopefully he
bro.
can get a little stoppage there. That'd be nice.
Yeah, definitely. All right,
But
one.
yeah,
All right,
brother.
bro, on the next one.
Next one. Peace. That's my man AC, man. Oh shoot, I'm over here solo dolo. Let me see if I can find my I don't like how I don't have the buttons. But yeah, man, shout out to AC for coming back up, man, and cooking with me. My man always got some good boxing talk. And shout out to Khaled who came up, and shout out to him because he came up with the Canelo end of it. AC, he going for Crawford. Khaled, he going for Canelo. So we had a back and forth. It was good, man. It was a good, healthy conversation, man. I love it when people come up here and see each other's points without being, offended, man. Because honestly, it's a fight. Boxing is an emotional sport, yo. It is. It's emotional roller coaster. Thank God I've been able to see it for so long that I'm like numb to it now, almost per se. But if you ever go to a boxing event and watch a fight and somebody is fighting, bro, it's like being on a roller coaster, yo. Especially if that person ain't fighting the way you think they supposed to be fighting, they getting hit a bit. Yeah, your emotions is gonna get involved. But no, it's good when we can get up here and talk about our outlook on fights without being, criminalized, destroyed, because boxing is subjective. There's so many different styles to the sport. And I like it, man. I like it so much. I like to hear people's different opinions because people grow up in different settings, different styles, and seeing different fighters. So it's all good for me, man. Honestly, I'm still on the fence with this fight. I told you I'm not picking who's gonna win this fight till the weigh-in because I need to see these men when they weigh in and just where the size is, bro. If they're evenly matched or evenly look the same size, shit. It's really gonna be tough for me to pick, but um we're in for a treat in 10 days. It's gonna be on Netflix, free. If you got Netflix or you know somebody who got Netflix, go to their house and watch the fight. This is good for boxing, man. We need to scream it to the hills because the casual fans are seeing some of the best of our sport. So our sport's being presented to the world in a way that it's not like basketball, football. Every Sunday you can go on regular cable. This is Netflix, man. Everybody on Netflix at some point in the night looking at something to watch. So we need to make sure that we need to scream loud out to the world and let them know on September 13th on Netflix, they need to watch this fight. We need to get the views up so that Netflix can invest the big money in boxing and move the sport forward. That's what we need. We need big networks in this shit so we can get our fighters paid get high quality streams, and then just get a consistent schedule. Can you imagine if you could look on Netflix and see a schedule of what's going on? That would be great, man, because already a bunch of us have Netflix. So it's not like we'd have to go get another subscription, which is just crazy right now how boxing hasn't all migrated to just one space and just being in one spot. But hey, it is what it is, man. We are going live tomorrow night. I'm gonna do the live fight chat for the Iglesias fight against Vladimir Shishkin for the IBF eliminator at super middleweight. So this is a guy who can be fighting against potentially Terrence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez, whoever holds the IBF belt at super middleweight. And I'm rooting for Iglesias, man, the Cuban. He fights for Eye of the Tiger. So he with the home team. He with us over here, Canada. He with the home team now, the Cuban. But yeah, I'm rooting for him to win tomorrow night, man. There's a couple other Canadians on the card as well. And yeah, we'll be watching it. I'll buy Punch and Grace. I'll subscribe to it. So I can watch the fight and not get any buffering, man. But I'm sure there'll be streams out there for y'all to watch it. And yeah, we'll just talk boxing. Y'all appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thanks for the support. We had a lot of people up in here, man. And yeah, make sure y'all do your thing, man. I keep forgetting my outro, bro. I'm about to play it though. Peace.
Yeah. What? I will slap you if you don't move this car. I'ma slap you. I'ma slap you.